Vish, do you have this setup going on? It's Coach Ballgame, Dakota. Coach Ballgame. YouTube.com/Coach Ballgame. Attaboy, Vichy. Hello, Trey. Hello, Mr. Trey. Come on over to the YouTube. Starts in 4 minutes. I'm already live over here on my YouTube, actually, for a little pitching clinic. We're talking pitching. Attaboy, Vichy. You're hearing voices from James Earl Jones. Boom. Ricochet's count. Ricochet's count. We're about 4 minutes to go time. Check in with your nickname and where you're living on my YouTube. I see Waterslide is in the house. He wants to get better at pitching. Love it. Oh, man. Is that all day long right there? Is that who I see? That's Sepulveda? Check in with nickname and where you live. It's Timmy Two Beast in the house. Welcome, Timmy Two Beast. Not sure if you've got this kind of setup going in your backyard or maybe your garage, but I've got a imaginary batter, and it's actually a cooler and 2 Lowe's Hardware buckets. That's right. This Sandlot is brought to you by Lowe's Hardware. And then I've got a tee with a ball, and that's what I'm going for. That's my strike zone. So check in on my YouTube with your nickname, what you had for breakfast. I'll be shutting off my Instagram once it's time to go here. We want everybody congregating at my YouTube. Balance, power. That's right. Missed my spot just a touch. Walking the Bree life in the house. Natty Buck in the house. Natty Buck, how's this look? Oh, little up and in. Little up and in. Need to get loose. If you're checking in on YouTube, I need your nickname and I need where you're from, because we're going to talk pitching. It's a very, very famous Major League Baseball pitcher's birthday. Anybody know? MVP's in the house. Simba, it's youtube.com/Coach Ballgame. If you search Coach Ballgame on YouTube, you'll find me there too. youtube.com/Coach Ballgame. There you go, Jake. Jake is a subscriber. MVP in the house. Fantastic. B. Dennis in the house. Trey from Tennessee is in the house. I love it. We've got 1 minute remaining, and then I'll be going offline on my Instagram, and we'll go full class on my YouTube. Balance, power, drive. Most. All right. If you're just showing up on the Instagram, we'll be going offline on here in 30 seconds. You got to go to my YouTube. Come on over. Coach Ballgame. YouTube.com/Coach Ballgame. You can see my quarantine setup here. This is my setup for young pitchers. Give them the heater. Attaboy. Is that Berkey? In the house, Mr. B. Dennis. Katie, my lady, excellent job on the trivia. Keep showing up to the trivia contests. It's awesome. All right, 20 seconds remaining. For my folks just jumping on Instagram, hop over to my YouTube. I'll be going offline on Insta. YouTube is Coach Ballgame. Coach Ballgame. Balance, power, stride. All right, tell your friends. Boom ball, attaboy. That means it's game time. All right, on my YouTube, please make sure you're checking in with a nickname, what you had for breakfast if you want, but definitely where you're from. Simba from South Central. Mustache salute, Simba. Timmy Two Beast from California. Trey from Tennessee is in the house. I love it. I love it. I love it. Bye-bye, Instagram. All right. Done deal. In case you were wondering, the Instagram was on this puppy, on the phone with the tripod. I would totally get one. All right. If I were you, a young player, and you want to see video of yourself swinging in slow-mo or maybe pitching, get a little tripod, and then you can put your phone, you can attach it to the tripod, and it's really cool. We got the Gomez boys from Southern California. I love it. I'm a righty. On Instagram, it looks lefty. I know it's opposite, but here you're straight on. Welcome, everybody. This is the virtual Sandlot with Coach Ballgame. Everybody say Coach Ballgame. Yeah. Every single afternoon, 3 o'clock Pacific, 6 Eastern, we meet right here on my YouTube channel and we talk baseball. And for the most part, advanced skills, things I would only teach in a private lesson. Okay? So welcome in. Nolan Ryan Jr. checking in from Orange County. Jake in Connecticut. Vish is in the house. Gomez boys, welcome in. First things first, I don't know what kind of setup you've got. I've got something like this. If you're able to have this in your garage or your backyard, awesome, epic. If not, if you just have a computer and a living room and you're just sitting here watching me, that's thumbs up too. I do recommend you get a notebook. Get a notebook out. Pen, paper, write all of this stuff down. Mom and Dad are in the house from North Carolina, but let's start right here with some arm circles. Just want to get a quick stretch. We never want to just start heaving the baseball out of nowhere. We want to get some arm circles going, arms back, across your body like this, up high like this. Ooh, just popped. Whenever my arms pop, I say, oh, my Lanta. Then I go this way, and then I go this way. Stretch out the side. Got to stretch the legs, touch your toes. Every time I show up early to a Major League Baseball game, all the pitchers are stretching their legs or working their legs out. That'll be my first trivia question. Why in the world are pitchers always stretching their legs or working their leg muscles out in the weight room? They're pitchers. You would think they'd be using their arm, but no. Why in the world are they stretching and pumping those legs so much? Spread out wide, side to side, just like that. That's it. That's it. Very good. Twist the trunk. Who can answer that question first? You get a shout out if you answer that question first. Power in the legs, man. Our most powerful part of our body is right here. Hips, legs. That's how you throw the ball fast, right? Power comes from the legs, says Jake. Attaboy, Jake. Where are you from, Mr. Jake? And same with Boomball Brennan. Wake up those muscles. That's right. Disco Flamingo. If you watch a guy like Clayton Kershaw or Max Scherzer, these guys throwing gas, right? Justin Verlander. They are really powering down in that back leg, and then they're striding super far, and they are pushing from their legs. All right? Work hard, dream big. That's where we're going today. This is Baseball Lifestyle 101, by the way. We had an epic trivia contest last night with them. We'll do more of those. But for those of you that showed up and participated, I appreciate it. Thanks, Rookie in SoCal. Very good. So here's what I want to do. I want to start out with just a little warm-up. And four-seam grip. Find the letter C on the baseball. If you have a partner that you can play catch with, then I want you to do this drill. If not, maybe you've just got a tennis ball on a wall, then you can just toss it up against the wall. But we want to create backspin right out of the gates. We don't just want to start throwing it as fast as we can. We want to create backspin, so we do this drill. 1, 2, flick. It's called the wrist flick, and I'm tossing it right up against my wall here. But if you've got a wall on a tennis ball, go ahead and do this. Glove underneath, four-seam grip, 1, 2, and then flip. And notice the fingers finish down to the ground. We don't want our fingers getting on the side of the ball or underneath. We want our fingers on top, and you're creating that backspin right there. That's what makes the ball go super, super fast right there with the backspin. So go about 30 more seconds of that right there. If you've got a partner, flip it to your partner, flick. And if your partner gives you good backspin, say, good backspin, dude. Mustache salute. 1 fake, 2 fake, backspin. Nice. Always finishing right there. Perfect. All right, that's enough. Back to me. I'll say team meeting after a certain drill when we're ready to teach something new. Team meeting, you're right here. Every great throw passes through this place. You don't want to get earwax on the baseball. You want to pass through Teacherville, I call it. All right, everybody say Teacherville, because it looks like you're raising your hand in class. Excuse me, teacher, I really got to go to the bathroom. Woo, wow, woo. Right? Get the attention of your teacher. Every great throw passes through that place. So whether it's with your partner or maybe it's against the wall again, I want you to just stop at this place where you're raising your hand in class and then throw the baseball from there. Teacherville, and then reach to the target. Notice the release point, it's got to be out here. Our face is in the back seat. The ball is in the front seat. Teacherville, flip the switch. Go 30 seconds right there. Teacherville, Simba. Surfing Pizza is my partner. There you go, boom ball. How fast can I throw? Oh, man, it's been a while since I was on the gun. But I was in the mid-80s back in my day. I was a hit spots, change speeds kind of a guy. Teacherville, and then I think of it like this. When I'm reaching to the target, flip the light switch. Imagine there's a wall out in front of you. The release point has to flip that light switch off. All right, Teacherville, flip the switch. And don't forget, great backspin. You don't want to get on the side of the baseball. All right, team meeting, back with me. For those of you that want to be epic, an epic team meeting pose, on a knee, shoulders back, balance an imaginary cup of milk on your head with uncomfortable eye contact. For a shout out, why? I don't care if you're 18, 12, 9, however old you are, why would you give a coach uncomfortable eye contact during a team meeting? The shout out is coming to the first person to answer that correctly. Is that water slide? Is it going to be Simba? Is it going to be Jake? Who's it going to be? Vish? Shows focus. There you go, Vish. Boom ball right afterwards. And then there's Jake and Simba. It shows respect. So I appreciate it. I can't see you, but there's one person you're not fooling, and that's yourself. Don't fool yourself. Hey, challenge yourself. Give good respect here and listen. If you are listening for these next 30 minutes, you're going to get way better at baseball. And then when your teammates come up and say, hey, man, how are you throwing it so fast? How are you striking so many people out? Well, I took notes during Coach Ballgame's Sandlot class. That's right, Nolan Ryan Jr. So we've got the backspin with our wrist flicks. We've got the Teacherville flip the switch. Now, we really want to work on getting that ball away from our ear. We don't want to get earwax on the baseball. So the next place we get to is this little knock-knock position. Now, if you want to get on a knee with your partner, you can do that. You're playing catch with your partner there. Knock on a window behind you, and then pass through Teacherville before you release. Knock, knock, Teacherville, flip the switch. Notice this L7 that we create at our knock, knock position. We're knocking here with the ball. We've got a 7 with our glove, and my palm is shooting straight towards the target. Knock, knock, Teacherville, flip the switch. Good. 20 more seconds. Bang, bang. Reach. Make sure you go bang, bang, and then come over the top. Don't dip. Don't let it sag. You're just going to push the baseball like that. Knock, knock, Teacherville, and flip the switch. Always try to reach to that target. High five the catcher's mitt. All right, cool. Freeze. One more thing. Knock, knock. Now turn your glove. Boom. Right there. The ball is a very good listener. Say that with me. The ball is a very good listener, and it listens to your glove. If your glove is going sideways, ball's going to go sideways. If your glove is going back and down, your ball's going to want to go down. So from the knock-knock position, turn that glove right here and just leave it there. Now, I call this position logo because your logo should be staring at you. Knock-knock, logo, and then fire, okay? So you can stay in that same drill on a knee with your partner. We're knock-knocking, turn the glove, and then fire. And the glove finishes in front of your heart. You don't have to pull it back drastically. I know some guys like to really pull that glove in, but then you're playing tug of war with yourself. You're throwing the ball that way, and your glove's going this way. We don't want to be going in opposite directions. So just turn that glove out in front of you and leave it there, and then the chest goes to the glove. Okay, 20 more seconds. The ball is a very good listener. That's right, rookie. The ball is your best friend. That's right, Simba. 20 more seconds. That's it, Mr. Jacob Gomez. Way to go. All right, knock, knock. Turn the glove. Fire. Good. 2 more. Knock, knock. Turn the glove. Fire. And every great throw passes through Teacherville. And then flip that light switch off. Very good. That's enough. Team meeting. Now, our next drill, we take a few steps back from our partner, if you're able to, and you're going to make some wings, okay? Now, say you're my partner. When I make my wings, my hands are totally separated away from each other, but where are my toes lined up? Straight to the target. What about my knees? Straight to the target. Hips and shoulders. Everything's lined up where? Straight to the target. At this wings position, shift back so there's some dynamite in your back leg. Lift that front heel off the ground. And we call this wings. Turn the glove. Fire. Very good. If you don't have a partner and you're just watching me on your screen, then play imaginary catch with me. All right? And do this. Do wings. Turn the glove. Step and throw. Good. Again. Wings. Turn the glove. Fire. Very good. Now, we're not stopping at knock-knock anymore, but hopefully you're passing through that place. We're not stopping at Teacherville anymore, but hopefully you're passing through that place. And then reach to that light switch. Reach to your target. 30 more seconds. Wings. Turn the glove. Fire. And where's my glove finish? Right in front of my heart. Wings. Turn the glove. Fire. Very nice. We're in the time of quarantine. All right, it's very tough to play catch with anybody, but we have a backyard, maybe a garage, or our living room where we can still get better at baseball. What's Clayton Kershaw doing right now? He's in his living room, and he's working on his skills, just like you guys. I'm really proud of you guys for showing up. There's a lot of kids just playing video games right now. The fact that you're here trying to get better at baseball, eye black salute. Very nice. All right, 10 more seconds. As I give you guys who checked in some eye black. That's right. Sepulveda, rookie. Simba, Jacob Gomez, Nolan Ryan Jr., all of you. Water Slide, Knott's Berry Farm. Eye black salute for you. Boom, boom, boom ball. Way to go. All right, stop. Very nice. Now, you've backed up maybe from the distance from first base to second base. Right? And your last little warm-up here is just a regular throw. But we've got to separate our hands down. Now we get to the beginning of the throw where our hands are together. We don't want to separate out. I call that the swim move. If you separate out like this, then you're going to throw sidearm, and it might go straight, but then it might go over there, or it might go across your body there. If we separate our hands down, now we're creating this straight line. You see these cones. They're in a straight line to what? The target. That's what we want to do. We want to have our body lined up to the target. So belly button, I always say hello to my belly button, and then I fire. Okay? So go ahead and play catch either with your wall or just virtually with me without a ball or with a partner, and just think belly button, wings, turn the glove, and fire. Belly button, wings, turn the glove, step and throw. Notice my head stays very, very still. Try to keep your head nice and still. Balance a book on your head. Have a staring contest with your target. Belly button, wings, turn that glove, and fire. Very good. And I'm glad you guys are here live because I'm not leaving this YouTube video up. I delete it right away. This is only for my live interactive participants. So write this stuff down. That is a great warm-up that I just put you through. All right? 10 more seconds of that. Couple more throws. Belly button, wings, turn the glove, step and throw. Awesome. Very good. Now, you probably don't have room in your living room or in your backyard, but when you want to go crow hop, the best thing to do, take your hat off, put it right in front of you. You're going to hop off of your glove foot. See, I'm a righty, so for me, that's my left foot. I hop off my left over my hat, and I land on my right in this very important position. For my guys that have been to a lot of my camps and sandlots and clinics and lessons, what is this position right here? What do I call this? This is a very important position. After you field a ground ball, you hop into this position. After you catch a fly ball, you hop into this position. If you're a catcher and somebody's trying to steal, before you throw it, you hop into that position. If you're a pitcher, after you lift your front foot, you drive from that position. It's called bending wings. All right? Bending wings. So we can hop over our hat into bending wings. Why bending wings? Our back knee is bent and our arms are making the shape of wings. And then bounce like a trampoline on that back knee. Why? Anybody got an answer for that? Why would we bend our back knee and bounce on that back knee? That's right, rookie. It's a power position. Oh, my main man, Simba. Attaboy. Mustache salute. Thanks for subscribing, Simba. Tell your friends. Why would we bend that back knee? Why are we bouncing on that thing? I want to give a shout out to whoever. Rookie says power. Nolan Ryan Jr. says power in your back leg. It also keeps your arm very, very healthy, guys. I see a lot of young pitchers. They don't think they need to use their legs. They just use their arm. And what happens? They hurt their arm. You need to use your legs. Otherwise, your arm is going to get hurt. Okay? So to use your legs, we've got to make sure we get to this position. Cool? Get a sip of water if you need. And now we're going to really dive into pitching. Now, I've heard a lot of great pitchers say this, Verlander, Kershaw, and I've faced some good ones. I've faced Verlander. Pitching is just being really good at playing catch. So that's the first thing I want to make sure you're aware of. Great pitchers, they're great because they are so good at playing catch. They practice playing catch well. They don't practice it badly. They don't practice it lazily. Is that a word? Lazily? They're not lazy with their playing catch. They do it well. They practice perfect with their catch. Now we get on the mound. There's three things we need to be aware of. Three positions. All right, you've got your set position right here where you come set. Yes? We know we also need to get to this position, that power position where our head is over our back knee. I call it bending wings. And then we got to make sure we get to a great release point where the glove is out in front of the chest and your release point is reaching to that wall, getting out in front. Okay? Now, there's Teacherville, there's knock knock, there's belly button. But if you've played a great game of catch, you don't have to think about that, right? That's going to happen automatically. So let's go ahead and come set. We're not going to throw a baseball, but just come set. And I'm your target. How about that? No ball. I'm your target. I'm the catcher, right? You're pitching towards me. Come set. And let's just lift that front foot. And let's stay there for a little bit. Everybody say the word tall. Everybody say the word balance. Yeah. This is a tall, balanced position. All right. Back to set. Wiggle out your knee if that's a little bit sore. And we're going to do that again. I watch a lot of college pitchers practice. A lot of college coaches teach pitching. And on a Monday at practice, the pitchers will do this for an hour and a half. They'll practice coming set, and then they'll practice lifting that front foot. And notice, I could balance some quarters on my knee. This is a 90-degree angle. Also, my foot, it's not back here under my B-hunkus. It's underneath my knee. I want that foot underneath my knee, and I want that leg relaxed. If I go here, my leg gets tight, and then I don't perform very well. All right? Back to rest. Shake it out if you need to. One more time. Come set. Now, what is the set position? Hands together. Notice we're going from the stretch today. We'll work the wind up next time, but we're starting from the stretch because that's when people are on base. That's the most high leverage situations. That's when we want to be practicing the most. And tall. Now you can call this position tall or you can call it balance. Either way, I like to say these words in my head as I'm pitching. Now from this position, where do you think we're going to go? I need somebody to type it in. We've got a good turnout today. That's our balanced position. Where do we go from that position? I'll tell you where a lot of kids go. They lift, and then they go straight to their land. We don't want to be a lift and lander. First, let me see if we can get an answer. From that balanced position, where are we going, folks? Where do we go from here? It's not land. It's power, says Rookie. Bend and wing, says Nolan Ryan Jr. Yeah, you need to sink, says Don. That's right. You got to make sure this back leg gets engaged, and your head has to stay over the rubber. It's got to stay over your back foot, okay? So many kids, they lift and they rush their landing. What's wrong with that? Give me an answer. Type it in. What is wrong with lifting and landing? There's something very wrong with that. I love the answers rolling in. You got to get to bend and wings. You get to that balanced position, and then you go to bend and wings. Don Aguirre, once again, scholar salute. Turn the imaginary pages of a book. That's a scholar salute for you. You'll lose power. You'll lose power. You'll also hurt your arm. You've already landed your front foot, and the ball's way back here. The ball is screaming, ah, I'm left behind. I got to catch up. And then you end up just using your arm and no legs. You might as well sit on the ground like this and just pitch like this. All right? Instead of sitting on your B-hunkus crisscross applesauce and pitching like that, let's go balance, power, and then bounce. Bounce in this position right here. All right? Now, this isn't game speed, so we're moving kind of slow, and we're over-exaggerating. Everybody say over-exaggerate. In practice, it's important to over-exaggerate good techniques. And so we're going to take our time with it. Okay, come set. I'm your catcher. No ball yet. Everybody say tall. Back leg is tall. You don't want that back knee bent just yet. All right, very good. Now everybody go to bend and wings. Boom, and bounce like a trampoline. I'll shift this way so you can really see it. My head's over my back foot, and my back knee is bending. There's dynamite in that back leg. And rest. Good. Shake out the leg if you need to. Very good. We're going to do that 2 more times. Come set. I'll show you from the side angle. I'm still your catcher. Tall. Head stays nice and quiet. Very balanced. Power. Right? Good power position. We're not wandering forward. Ah! Right? We don't want to lose our balance or lunge forward. Stay right here and bounce. And from that position right there, wow, you can really throw a good fastball. Okay? I've got my little setup here. The batter is a couple of Lowe's hardware buckets and a cooler. And the strike zone, I've got a tennis ball on top of a tee. Now, for you guys, you might not have this ability, but maybe you can go to a baseball field, an empty park, right? And you can get a bucket of balls, and you can set something up like that with the backstop, and you can practice a little bit, right? And here's what I'm practicing right now. I come set. I stay at Mr. Tall for 1, 2, 3 seconds. Then I get down to my bend and wings, and I bounce for 1, 2, 3. Then I make sure I turn my glove like we learned so that logo is facing me, and then I can fire. And I just threw it in my neighbor's backyard. Whoops. So, hey, there you go. Sometimes you're going to throw it in your neighbor's backyard, but it's the quarantine. All right? So let's try that again together. If you've got a setup somewhat like this, very good. Obviously, I didn't reach to the target enough, and that's why it sailed high. Into the woods, says Rookie. Very good. So if you've got a setup, do this with me. If not, then just fake it in front of a mirror or towards me. Come set, tall, 1, 2, 3. Power, bounce for 1, 2, 3. Whew. That's a lot better. And then fire. Very good. Why did I set up those buckets? Because a lot of kids, they can pitch well just to a catcher's mitt, but when a batter steps in the batter's box, it gets a little bit different. So that's why I always like to practice with some kind of fake imaginary batter, whether that be buckets or you can use a stuffed animal, whatever you want to. I'm seeing some oops and some just a bit outside. I deserve that. That was a bad first pitch. But hey, we're not perfect. We're going to make mistakes. Very good. Just do this for another 60 seconds, okay? Practice these positions. The tall, I call this the 3-second drill. Stay at Mr. Tall for 3. Now bounce for 3 and really feel that dynamite get in your back leg. And then turn that glove and fire. Very nice. Just like that. Awesome. Now it's tough to teach you guys back here and then try to pitch over there, but I did pretty good. I knocked the ball off. How we doing? I want to check in with everybody here. Let me know your setup. Do you have a setup like this where you're able to throw a real ball to a target? Or are you using a sock against your wall inside? Maybe you don't have a ball whatsoever and you're just doing air throws. But somebody let me know. What are you doing? Type it in the comments. What kind of setup we working with? Simba's rocking and rolling. The Aguirres have a setup kind of like this. Towels, dry throws, air throws, Nolan Ryan Jr. Very good. It's snowing in Nebraska, so we're indoors this week. Very good. Hey, so for a lot of us, we're just using our living rooms and our screens. But I know somebody's using a towel instead of a ball, right? And you're able to do it that way as well. But I call this the 3-second drill. Very, very important. Okay, come set. Tall for 1, 2, 3. Bounce for 1, 2, 3. And then turn that glove. Keep that staring contest. Good head still. And then let it rip. All right? Very nice. I was trying to go up and in there. Just a little chin music. Awesome. Okay. So, any questions so far? We got 79 throwing a ball at a net. Mustache salute. Sepulveda. Where are you at, Sepulveda? Where are you working? We've got guys in the snow. Sleepover, throwing in the backyard with a target. Perfect. Awesome. All right, guys. So, I want to talk a little bit about hitting spots now, and how do we throw the ball to a certain target? Because all of you are probably at the age where you don't just want to throw it down the middle. Okay. Now I want to throw this question at you. How do we hit spots? And what is hit spots? That means how do we hit the inside corner? How do we hit the outside corner? I just want to throw that question out there and see what kind of answers you have. As a pitcher, we don't want to throw it right down the middle. So how do you hit certain spots? And I'm going to move my target now. I'm going to move it in close to the buckets. So I'm trying to hit this inside corner spot. But give me an answer in the comments. All right, Boomball says aim. 79 says aim. Rookie says a little luck and a little bit of skill. Very good. Well, you might notice these cones right here. These cones, they're set up in a straight line to the target. Well, now the catcher is set up on the inside corner. So what do I have to do? Don Aguirre says release point. I've got to move this line a millimeter to the right. And we said at the very beginning, the ball is a very good what? The ball's a very good listener. And it listens to our glove. It also listens to our chest. Okay, so these two body parts, the glove and the chest, they go down a certain line. If we start thinking about aiming the baseball with our hand or with our arm, then we're going to throw a ball. Okay, we can't be thinking about aiming the baseball with our hand or our arm. What we want to aim is our chest. Where are we stepping? What line are we stepping down? And what line is my chest going down? And if you want to get even more specific, your chin. So the glove, the chest, the chin, that's what you're aiming with. So now my line, it's moved to here because the catcher has moved over and set up inside. Okay? And then all we're doing is the same thing. We come set, 3 seconds here. We bounce on that back knee, 1, 2, 3 seconds there. And now we're just stepping down a different line, and our chest is finishing down a little bit of a different line, okay? So try that. Try that right now. If you've got some markers that you can put on the ground, something that you can step towards, all we've done is move the markers this way like a millimeter. So we've got a different line. I call this line of cones our best friend. All right, it's a pitcher. Now, a double play is a pitcher's best friend, but I think these cones, this straight line that you're forming to the target, is also a pitcher's best friend. Okay, so let's give you about 60 seconds to try and knock that target down. I'm going inside on a righty. We've got a few lefty pitchers. You guys can go whatever you want to. You can go outside if you want to, inside, but try to hit that spot. But do the 3-second drill. Tall for 3. Bounce for 3, and then fire. Missed it by that much. And now the sprinklers are going off. I think I set the sprinklers off. Great. What? Threat neutralized. Now, those are the problems that arise during the quarantine. You're trying to play catch, and then boom, you set the sprinklers off. That was a pretty good shot. That's right, Boom Ball. So I pretty much hit my spot. Now, it's really hard to hit that ball off that tee, but I think that's why it's good to practice, right? Aim small, miss small, okay? Now, let's say I want to work on the outside pitch. Or let's say I want to work on something a little higher, right? I can raise my tee high and then just move it over here. Because as pitchers, once you learn the technique of good balance, good power, and then a good stride and a good release point, then it's all about hitting spots. And think of pitching like 9 different quadrants. Here's the strike zone, okay? You've got high and in on a lefty, up down the middle, high and away, middle, middle, middle in, low and in, low middle, low away, right? 9 different quadrants, and you can set up your target to any of those 9. Now, I was pretty lucky. My dad set up this green wall in the backyard and he painted it, and we had all the little quadrants there where we could practice. But again, when you try to fire to those different quadrants, up and in on a righty, low and away on a lefty, you're not aiming it with your hand, right? The word aim it shouldn't belong in a pitcher's dictionary. We're driving down a certain line with a good release point, okay? If I want to release the ball a little bit high, then I'm going to be back here as opposed to a little low where I might reach a little bit more to the target, okay? But again, the ball listens to our chest. So if I'm going up and in right here, then my chest is going to follow that line. If I'm going down and away, then my chest is going to have a little more tilt and go that way. So really think of hitting spots as a great release point, combined with your chest going in the correct place. Oh, we got some Yankee fans. We've got some Dodger fans. I love it. So let me check in with you guys. Are you still playing catch with your target? Right now, I'm in the quadrant that's high and outside on a right-handed hitter, and I'm just working on that. Now, I've got to change my cone setup, right? So I've got to move everything this way just a little bit. Boom. 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 And then boom. Just like that. And now my foot knows where to step. My glove and my chest know what line to go down, as does my chin. Sepulveda's playing catch with a target. We got some Red Sox fans in the house. Awesome. Very good. So if you're just learning, if you're just starting out as a pitcher, guys, then really just focus on Mr. Balance, Mr. Power, and then stride, right? And if you can keep your head nice and still, even better. It's called overthrowing when you throw the baseball and your head tries to make the ball go faster, right? That's overthrowing. We want to try and throw it hard with our legs, but when we try to use our head to throw it hard, or our shoulders, or our glove, that's called overthrowing, and we're going to get wild, okay? So for me, I always teach my guys, let's learn the right techniques, maybe at 85%. And then when you're 16, 17, 18 years old, then you start impressing those scouts with how fast you can throw. But let me ask you a question. Would you rather be the 8-year-old with the best fastball and the nastiest curve, or the 18-year-old with the healthiest arm and the best fastball? I'd rather be the 18-year-old, right? I actually was the 10-year-old with the best curveball, but then I ended up playing center field in college, right? Because big picture, there's no scouts coming to your 10-year-old game, 11-year-old game, okay? That's why when coaches and parents get real mad because they lost a Little League game, it makes no sense to me. That doesn't make any sense. Where are the scouts, right? Where's the cameras? Where's the TV cameras? Where's Joe Buck and John Smoltz? The big picture is make it to the show, all right? There's the big picture. Cool. Healthiest arm, absolutely right. I love that. Somebody used to pitch on at the beach with boogie boards standing to act like a batter. That's so fun. Awesome. What's your nickname there, Joe Calf? Love it. All right, now it's all about Q&A. All right, this is what we do at the virtual Sandlot is the last 10 minutes, question and answer. Whether you're a mom or a dad that's trying to learn how to teach pitching, or you're a player that has questions about pitching, fire away. I'm here to answer. These are our virtual Sandlots, and just to keep the food on the table, these afternoons, they're $10 a class. My Venmo is at Coach Ballgame. I appreciate you supporting. So it's $10, but we get deep. I mean, this is like a lesson. This is as deep as I would get in a private baseball lesson with somebody. So $10, that's not too bad. My son struggles with his arm position. He always defaults to pushing or short arming the baseball. So that's earwaxville, right? Where we might be at a good position here, wings. If not, make sure you're saying your words, wings. He might get to this good position here, knock, knock. If not, work on that, get there. He might even get to a good Teacherville position. If not, work on it. Stop at those places and practice it. But then from here, we sag down and we push. So for me, I always do this drill where I'll set up a target and I'll have the kid throwing the baseball to that target like this. And I get on a knee right here and I put my fist right under his armpit. And if my fist is right under his armpit, then his elbow has to travel across my fist and stay high. And then the ball stays high and he's able to come over the top, right? If he drops the elbow or he drops the ball near his ear, his arm is going to hit my fist and it's going to be like, wow, I don't want to do that again. That teaches him how to come over the top. That's a good muscle memory drill because it's all muscle memory, right? Teach your muscles to get to wings. Teach them to get to knock-knock. Teach them to get to Teacherville, and then teach them to get to that light switch over the top. But practice, practice, practice. Great question. And I know a lot of kids that struggle with that, where they get right here near the ear, and we don't want to do that. Any other questions? You got it, Don. Pleasure. Any other questions on pitching, fastballs, curveballs, changeups, sliders? I will say this, I don't teach the curveball unless you're driving a car. All right, when you start driving a car and shaving your face, then I'll start teaching you the curves. But when you're twisting that elbow or you're trying to curve the ball at a young age, you hurt your arm, and it's no use. Professional pitching coaches, they like to teach you a curveball. So why don't you show up to college or senior year of high school with the best fastball, because they can't teach that. Show up with that healthy fastball. Awesome. Pretty cool how I threw a ball into the neighbor's backyard and I got the sprinklers to turn on back here. All in one workout. Pretty epic. I do want to say this about pitching. A lot of kids get a little scared when they get on the mound. First of all, pitching is just playing catch with somebody with a bunch of funny equipment squatting behind home plate. All right, you're just playing catch with that catcher. Second, everybody's afraid when they get on the mound, right? You're the guy with the ball. The spotlight is on you, so you're not alone. Everybody feels those nerves. But if you say your words, if you're on the mound and you can say, okay, I'm nervous, there's people yelling, it's loud, the umpire's back there, there's a batter, I've never done this before. If you're thinking those thoughts, then you're going to mess up. You're going to hit them, you're going to walk them, and it's not going to be fun. But if you're there and you're thinking, okay, I've got to get to my tall, balanced position and say tall, then you don't think about all the negative stuff. Then you say bend and wings, and you think about that. You're not thinking about all the negative stuff. Your brain doesn't have room to think about that. And then you're thinking reach, and that chest stays down the line. You're thinking about positive thoughts, and you're thinking about the process. The outcome will take care of itself. You can't be afraid of failure. All right, you're going to fail all the time. The first time I pitched, I hit 8 straight guys. True story. I mean, today, right? I threw one in the dirt. I threw one into the neighbor's yard. We're not perfect robots. We're going to mess up. Okay, so you can't be afraid of that. If you're afraid of failure, it's going to happen. You're going to fail. So how do we combat that? We say our words. We say balance. We say power. We say reach. And something I love to say at the end, right when the catcher catches the ball, is finish. We want to be in a good finished position. Glove in front of the heart, chest looking at the target, head's nice and still. Everything's looking there. Any questions on the chat room? Getting a lot of Yankees and Dodgers comments. Yes. If you tune in, I'm working pitching early in the week, fielding in the middle, and then I always work hitting Thursdays and Fridays. So, Nolan Ryan Jr., what posture should the pitcher be in after the release of the ball? The finish. Great question. So I've got a lot of kids that come to me, and they think they're supposed to bring this back foot around super quick. My problem with that is when the back foot's coming around too early or the back foot's coming out of the ground too early, now you're just using your arm to throw it. We need to keep that back foot driving down into the ground and then kick as we release and stay back here for as long as possible, up in the air behind us. That way our chest stays on the road. If we're bringing this up and around too quick, we're using all arm and our chest is turning off the road. So the position I'm always teaching, and I want you to over-exaggerate, is right when the catcher catches the ball, you're right here. And then as soon as ball hits the catcher's mitt, boom, you're in a squared up position ready to field the baseball. Now in a game, that back foot's probably going to land a little bit sooner, more like when the ball is almost at the batter or almost at the catcher. But when you're just doing a bullpen or when you're just practicing, you're pitching, tall, power, fire, and then wait till it hits the mitt, boom, and then come to that athletic position. But that chest is always trying to look at the catcher's mitt. Great job. Well, we got a good Dodgers versus Yankees rivalry going here in the chat room. Very good. Again, thank you guys for supporting the Coach Ballgame Sandlot. $10. If you don't have Venmo, I've got Zelle. If that doesn't work, just email me or call me. But I'm a big fan of this class. So it's on the honor system. I know pretty much who showed up, but please do come back. All right? We'll take deep dives in baseball. Any other questions? Other than the Jacob rookie rivalry, Yankees-Dodgers, are there any questions out there from the parents, from the kids? Like I said, Jake, I will do tee drills later this week, so keep showing up. Tomorrow we'll work defense, and then Thursday, Friday we'll talk hitting. I also posted a video on my YouTube channel, and it's called Live Hitting Clinic. And I did it yesterday. But, Jacob, go watch that video. You'll get some good knowledge there. You got it, Nolan Ryan Jr. Tomorrow's Sandlot topic is footwork. We're going to work first base. We're going to work outfield. Going to work some middle infield as well. So tomorrow is footwork and fielding topic, and then Thursday, Friday will be hitting. You know it. Great job, Boomball. Outstanding rookie. Way to go. Jacob, indeed. 79. Water slide. Sleepover. Great question here. How many pitches should I do every day? Less than you think. All right. When you still feel like you're feeling good and you want to keep going, that's when you want to stop. Okay. No more than 25. 25 is great. That doesn't count warm-ups, okay? Now you're warming up with the wrist flick, and then you've got the Teacherville flip the switch. But in a general sense, and especially now we're in the off season, you're not going 100%. 25 pitches, 75%. Keep the foot off the gas. Cruise control. Good question. It's a great class. Venmo is at Coach Ballgame. And if you type in Coach Ballgame, you'll see my Fedora hat logo on the Venmo. Appreciate it, Don. I hope this helped. These Sandlots in the afternoon, tell your friends. It's going to help the players, but it's also really going to help the teachers. I have so many moms and dads come to me. I know how to play the game, but I don't know how to teach it. And me doing this 20 years, I've picked up some good vernacular that kids respond to. So, yeah, flat ground is fine, Sleepover. I'm using flat ground right now. Clayton Kershaw, he does tons of bullpens on flat ground. Major league pitchers, it's fine. And then when you get on the mound, it's like, oh, man, I'm on a mountain, and it's just easier. Gives you a little more downward tilt. So flat ground bullpens are perfectly fine. And you got to think, hey, I'm in the quarantine right now. I've got to somehow get better. You're welcome, water slide. Great job. Outstanding. I'll hang around another 60 seconds if you've got any questions. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow for defensive footwork. How do we get that gold glove like Omar Vizquel? Ken Griffey Jr. in the outfield. Came across my body there. Twisted the chest, didn't I? Reach to the target with the chest. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Sorry about that. Ah, my neighbor throwing the ball back. Like a good neighbor. State Farm was there. There are times when I don't stride far enough. I don't bend my knees enough. And I just use all upper body. And that's when I twist. And that's when I get across my body. Get there. Get there like Tom Seaver. Stay low. Attaboy, water slide. Water slide got one off the tee. Attaboy. Keep moving those spots. Keep moving that tee around so you can try to hit different spots. Awesome. All right, gang. Signing off for the day. See you tomorrow.